Hey crafty friends, welcome to Saturday Extravaganza. This is Anna Kessler. Thank you very much for joining me. And today we're creating another art journal page, a mixed media art journal page. And I'm going to start with some tissue papers. Whatever kind of tissue papers you have. I'm going for black, white, and well, let's call it brown or tan, or well, it's light brown actually, but very neutral colors. That's my point. And this is the color scheme that I want to use for this page. And I didn't gesso my pages because we're not going to use any liquids or sprays or anything, so you just don't have to. So I'm starting to attach to adhere all my pieces of tissue paper to my page with some you can use gel medium, you can use Mod Podge, whatever is your favorite. And I'm just tearing pieces from my tissue paper, applying some Mod Podge on the back, and then positioning it where I want and covering the top side of the tissue paper with some more gel medium or Mod Podge or whatever it is you're using. So I'm building a collage of pieces here, and I'm using old book pages that I think are in French. I don't remember even where I found it, but I love the color that they add because of the aging effect that they have. I really like that. So as you can see, black, white, and well, neutral brown or tan, those sort of colors. And I'm just building layers and layers of my tissue paper, adding them one piece at a time. And you know, in art journaling there is no rules. There are no rules. So whatever comes out, I'm happy. And the whole point of art playing and art journaling and that sort of art medium is just to have fun and express yourself and create art. And it doesn't really matter much how it comes out. If you like it, then it's fine, and even if you don't like it, that's also part of the whole process. Then just accept what you're doing, and sometimes, you know, don't be too fussy about it. Just whatever turns out, it's fine, at least for me. And I recommend that you try that approach too, because it's very healing, very freeing, and very liberating. So continuing with my pieces here, with my collage of pieces of paper, I'm just adding them one by one, covering the entire surface of, well, mostly the entire surface of my double spread here. And I really like this tissue paper. I think it's by Tim Holtz, if I'm not mistaken. And once you are adhering something on the binding, on the middle part where the page folds, then just make sure to crease it well and create that fold line, so the art journal will be able to close properly. And of course you can use a brush. I don't like using my fingers because it's very sticky, so I recommend using a brush to apply your art gel medium or Mod Podge or decoupage glue or whatever it is you like to use. So I think I'm just about done with adding all the pieces. Maybe just a tiny little piece here and there. As you can see, very neutral colors. No reds, greens, blues, oranges, nothing. So now, a lot of you have asked me or told me that everything stays very sticky after you're finished with your gel medium or Mod Podge, and it's true if you don't dry properly. Make sure you dry it. It can take a few minutes. Dry it well, and then it will not be sticky. So I have oil pastels here, which I really love, and a stencil, and I'm using the stencil to draw some circles with my black oil pastel, and I'm gonna add a few more down here as well. And guess what? We're gonna smear them. We're gonna use our fingers just to, I love this effect. Oil pastels are really great for smearing and rubbing with your fingers. They have the most beautiful effect. I love it. So now I'm gonna take brown and white and just create some shading for each circle. And some people might want to cover the entire page later with another layer of gel medium or something to protect the oil pastels, but I'm not going to do that. And now with my white, and as you can see, my white becomes gray because my fingers are dirty from the black and brown, so I'm going to use some baby wipe to clean them, because if you want it to stay white and you use dirty fingers, it will not be white, right? Okay, now it's much better. So this is, look the beautiful effect that it has. And I wanted some bigger circles, and you can just use whatever you have. So I took my modeling paste container and traced the circle around it. Depends on what size you want, just use whatever you have. If you have a bigger stencil or a plate or a cup or whatever, you can just use whatever is under your fingers. Again, we're going to go in with the brown, a little bit of brown, and the white, cleaning the fingers. Don't forget that part. Little bit of white. And as you can see, the color scheme is still neutral colors, black, white, and light brown. No colors yet. Weird, huh? Because I love to use colors. You guys know I do. But wait for it. It will come. Don't worry. So now I'm going to add some more circles, smaller ones this time, with a stencil and some ink, some distress ink. Just going to add them here and there randomly. I think I need to refill my ink. It's kind of dry. The effect is not strong enough for me. The color is too faded, so I'm just gonna use another ink, which is this is permanent ink. It doesn't blend as nicely as distress ink, but it does the trick. It does the work. You can stencil, you know, with whatever ink you want, or paint, or whatever. I'm gonna go in with some black too. Just gonna reposition my stencil and add a black layer of ink as well, so the circles will pop out even more, and we'll have more texture and more circles. So adding a little bit of black down there as well, just making sure I'm positioning the stencil correctly. Now it's better. A little bit here. And now I think I'm finished with my neutral colors, and it's time to bring in the color. So I'm going to spell out the word color with letter stickers in different colors. Basically a version of rainbow colors. I don't have enough letters for all the colors of the rainbow, but at least some of them. And I have a few fonts. I mean, these are different letter stickers from different companies and different shapes, and it's fine. Don't worry about it. Whatever size, shape, texture, or color that you have would be fine. So, purple. This one is so old that the glue is not even there, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue so it'll stick properly. And I'm gonna punch out some stars and add them. My glue is not cooperating, and that tiny little evasive star. Just gonna add a few stars in the same colors that I have for the letters. So 2 sizes of stars here and there. I'm gonna add them so it will be colorful. That's the point. Another red one. I think I'm gonna add an orange one too. These are all my scrap papers. It's a very good way to use them to punch out letters or shapes or whatever. Just gonna go in with a black pen around the letters for a little bit of shading and border, and I have some glue here. And there hardly anything that can write on oil pastel. Well, ink can if you use a pen nib, or you can use this beautiful Indian ink Faber-Castell marker, big brush pen. And I'm just gonna reinforce it a little bit with some of the black oil pastel. So color your life. It's very important to add color to our lives so they won't be boring, and they'll be happy and colorful and joyful, and color is so many things. So this is the art journal page, the mixed media art journal page for this week. I really hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun creating it. Here are some close-ups. Look at all the layering and the texture and the shapes and the circles. And it was a very quick page and very easy to make. So go ahead and color your life and be happy. And thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for joining me. And I'll see you all next Saturday in our next video tutorial. Bye, you guys. Have a great weekend.